It could be that Russia is a paper tiger. The biggest progress is that the Russian economy is terrible right now. As you know, it's crashing. This is a war that should have ended in 3 days, 4 days. You got to hand it to the Ukrainian soldiers. Everybody involved. Looks like it's not going to end for a long time.
Trump is a game changer by himself. Not too much players in the world who can be game changers, but he's the most closer to this.
Встреча, разумеется, президент Трамп услышал о том, что происходит в версии Зеленского. Россия никак не тигр, все-таки больше Россия ассоциируется с медведем. Бумажных медведей не бывает. Россия настоящий медведь. Путин неоднократно и с разными эмоциями описывал нашего медведя. Здесь вы сможете это вспомнить самостоятельно. Ничего бумажного нет.
I see very, it was a good surprise for me, you're right. I was very positive signals. He wants to support Ukraine to the very end.
Could you explain the shifting stance there from stopping the bloodshed, immediately ending the war, and now saying that Ukraine should fight? Is that a tactic to pressure Putin back to the table?
I've answered a version of this question probably 100 times over the past 3 months. It's not a shift in position, it's an acknowledgement of the reality on the ground. The reality on the ground is that, number one, the president is growing incredibly impatient with the Russians right now because he doesn't feel like they're putting enough on the table to end the war. Number two, the president has grown very confident that this war is bad for Russia. If the Russians refuse to negotiate in good faith, I think it's going to be very, very bad for their country.
Do you think that NATO countries should shoot down Russian aircraft if they enter their airspace?
Yes, I do.
Any update on your talks with President Putin, and do you still trust him?
I'll let you know in about a month from now, okay? Our message is very simple. I'm really good at this stuff, and we are continuing to work, or perhaps even further than that. You know what that means? The United States is fully prepared to impose a very strong round of powerful tariffs. For those tariffs to be effective, European nations, all of you are gathered here right now, would have to join us in adopting the exact same measures. I mean, you're much closer to this. We have an ocean in between. You're right there. And Europe has to step it up. They can't be doing what they're doing. They're buying oil and gas from Russia while they're fighting Russia. It's embarrassing to them. They have to immediately cease all energy purchases from Russia. Otherwise, we're all wasting a lot of time. They're thrilled to hear me speak about it, but that's the way it is. Even NATO countries have not cut off much Russian energy, which, as you know, I found out about 2 weeks ago, and I wasn't happy. Who the hell ever heard of that one?
We support, Mr. President, your idea, and I want to discuss it, how to stop some countries from Europe, to stop the possibility to buy Russian oil and gas.
Ide jöttek Magyarországra is.
Keď nepomohol ani prvý, ani 18.
Your message to President Orban, who is refusing to stop buying Russian oil.
Well, he's a friend of mine. I have not spoken to him, but I have a feeling if I did, he might stop, and I think I'll be doing that.
President Trump is absolutely right. We have reduced already massively the gas supply from Russia, completely gotten out of Russian coal, and massively also reduced the oil supply, but there's still some coming to the European continent. We want to put tariffs on oil supplies that are still coming to the European Union.
You previously said 2027 and you're looking at a quicker timeline.
We want to be out earlier, absolutely. So till the end of the year, we have the phasing out. We have to be faster because every payment is filling Putin's war chest. This cannot be.
Really, take a look at this guy. His rating.
That's what got.
In yellow, Dobra Pila, right around here. This is an area that Russia kind of pushed this finger in here, got behind Ukrainian lines. But yesterday we heard from President Zelensky saying that they had retaken 360 kilometers of territory. That's more than the 160 kilometers around here he was talking about last week. Surrounded 1,000 Russian troops. He told that to President Trump. Russia can sink troops in here. Zelensky doesn't have the troops. I've heard President Trump flip-flop before. That sense that the United States might finally be behind Ukraine, but that might motivate people to get in the war. But it's hard to see how you reverse when Russia can commit so many resources.